Happy Saturday. Today we're going to discuss ranges again. We're going to discuss the trade of the week. We're going to discuss runner management and whatever else comes to mind. So on Sunday, I had published this battle plan at MicroTrader because at Sunday I was envisioning that we had broke out and we were going to establish a new range above this strong level. And so I was looking to get short here, or if price opened up down here, I'm looking to get long going this direction. And sure enough, after a little bit more time, we established what I believe was the range. And if you were up at that time, well, you had a little short there, and all shorts should be treated like microwave trades. Am I interested in a multi-day hold on a short? Not really. And then I was looking for these longs down here. What happens if these longs don't map out? Oh, well, they're not a trade. It's real easy. I draw these battle plan trades of where I believe there's going to be a reaction, a movement on a higher time frame. Great bears know where the bulls are, and great bulls know where the bears are. That's the basic philosophy. Where are people going to defend price? That's the primary basis of the battle plan and our core strategy entries that you learn at the Core Strategy Academy. So the trade of the week, though, was here. On Monday night, I published this battle plan. And I said, okay, if this happens here, you can try this small. Wasn't my favorite trade. I map out my favorite trades in green. Greens are the ones I hope to happen, and that's the one I'm personally most likely going to engage in price. Truth is, though, I'll engage in any of them if it's looking right, and I'm given the battle plan entry and a nice core strategy entry. On the green, I am a little less picky on requiring the absolute perfect entry because I believe that is where price is going to probably have the most significant reaction. And then Tuesday, we live streamed. So if you were with us on Tuesday morning, you got to see all of this happen. And what happened here? Well, make sure you watch last week's video on ranges. I'll try to link it below or put it in the upper corner or put it in the first comment somewhere. But we came out of the range to the south, and we did one of my favorite things. We took out one RTH low. We took out two RTH lows at the bottom of the range. I wonder why I drew this green. That's why. Bottom of the range, took out two RTH lows and expect a nice pullback. And as you know, we are looking for shorts in the red area of this range. Okay. And if you remember the Sunday mapped out trade, we were looking for shorts in that range. And what were we looking for the other battle plans? Longs at the bottom of the range. That's really important. It's one of the benefits of being in a group that is really good at knowing where are we at? Where are we at? That's the number one question. Where are we at? And then I added the note here, possible add. Sorry, I thought I had an arrow. Possible add if longed below. So if you got long below here and there was a beautiful core strategy entry, there's the second bounce level you learn in the group. And this could have been another add here, which actually probably would have been here. I would have added there. It's too close to my original entry. I would have wanted to be a little higher up. So yeah, but those were the notes. And then as the week, and if you were in a cash account, the goal was to keep a runner back. Keep a runner back, because you never know how far price is going to go. I wonder why prop firms want you to be closed, all your positions closed when the market closes. I wonder why. That way you can't be in these 100+ point runners easily. That's my humble opinion. So if you are in a cash account, or there are prop firms that have accounts that you can hold overnight. I know Elite Trader Funding has diamond hands, I believe that's what they call it, where you can hold overnight. So the goal would be to keep your runner at your entry. Let's just pretend this was your entry. You were using the battle plan as, okay, that's where I want to engage in price. And then you're using our core strategy to get entry. This and this were perfect entries. You would draw the same line that I would draw. There's nothing magical about what I just highlighted. I promise you, you learn those two bounce levels, you will draw the exact same level and confirm that those are, in fact, bounce levels. And then you got the overnight move. Oh, you got to be so happy. And what happens when it breaks out of range? Typically, you'll see it come back and retest the range for a bounce. Wednesday morning, if you watch the wrap-up video, you'll see that we were looking for two things here. We were looking for it to come in and ladder back long. That's the trade we got. And I was mapping out this short here to come back to POC, which was down in here. Which trade did I get? Well, I got the top trade. No problem. And if you were long from down here, you are very, very happy that that's what happened. And then we came up to our strong level. We had a beautiful reaction. And in fact, if you drop in time frames, in fact, let's just do that for fun. Let's go back here. Let's go to a 3-minute chart. Let's look what happened when it came to the strong level. So it came to the strong level once, came to the strong level twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then got beyond it. And if you watch the Wednesday wrap-up video, you'll know I told you to move your stop here from Tuesday's long, or if you took Wednesday's long. Either or, your stop is behind this strong level. Let's go back to a 10-minute chart so we can see more of the price action. All right. And then on Thursday's AM briefing and Friday's AM briefing, I encourage you to keep your stop behind the strong level. Why? Because on Thursday or Friday, coming back to the strong level, maybe even coming in a little bit, getting back over the top was going to be a trade for us. Zero pullback. You are still in that long. In fact, you're still in both of those longs. Let's pull this to a 15-minute chart just to see more of the price action. There was 2 beautiful longs here. One, if you took, let's just say you did the core strategy and you got even a little less of a good entry, you're still in a 100-point runner here. Wednesday morning, if you were in a cash account in our group, you're in this trade and you're up 75 points. Keep that runner back. You don't need necessarily a new entry. Now, talking about new entries, if you were long here, where would have been the next perfect entry? Here. After taking the initial long at the bottom of the range, you would have TP'd your first set of contracts, leaving a runner. Had your runner, your paid for runner, using our 3 contract system taught in the Core Strategy Academy, and this would have been your add, this mapped out long in here. That would have been your add-on, and it would have been a risk-free add-on. Risk-free add-on. Why is it risk-free? Well, let's say you got long here. You are up. Let's say you got long up in here. You're up 30 points in a financed runner. So you would have had 2 contracts here. 1, 2. One is up 30 points. One is at break even. This thing could have came back 15 points from here and got you out at break even on that risk-free add-on. Okay? So what you would do is you move your stop to here. 1, 2. You have 2 contracts here. Now you've doubled your position with 0 risk. You've doubled your position with 0 risk. You move the stop to both to break even, and then you got that beautiful, beautiful move. Is there any reason to get out of one of these contracts? Could you have taken one off here? Sure. I mean, we actually, if you watch the wrap-up video, which was basically cut up Zoom, I said if this thing gets up here and you wanted to take a short, you could, which means if you're long, you can also TP here if you wanted. But you are now in 2 contracts, risk-free, in the profit. And in fact, once it hit this strong level here, you could have brought both stops. You could have brought both. Come on, I want the square tool. You could bring both stops to here, locking in 30 points on your initial entry from down here. And this is at break even. Not a bad position to be in either, is it? Because you know it's going to bounce off of the strong level. And it came in, didn't even get close to touching you, and broke above. And then you move your 2 stops here as recommended in the wrap-up video, Thursday's AM briefing and Friday's AM briefing. Of course, all of these are just one trader's opinion. None of these are recommendations. I am not a financial advisor. I might actually say the word recommendation, but it's just my guidance of where I would put the stop, and you might do it differently. Your mileage may vary. And once again, I'd say, what do I know? What do I know? But you were in a very nice position. And then, of course, news came out on Friday that a possible trade deal with Europe over the weekend. We could just have the most beautiful gap up if you chose to hold over the weekend. You may not have chose to hold over the weekend. You could have just TP'd at your 100 pointer or your 75 pointer and just been a happy, happy camper. How far would this thing have to open up for you to lose? Well, it would have to open up minus 85 points for you to break even. What's the odds of an 85 point gap down on Sunday? Is it possible? Sure. Is it possible? Sure. But you're probably pretty safe there. Or you TP one of them. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that option. Come on, stop. So let's talk about that option. If you TP'd one of them, let's say, not even at the 75 points, let's say you TP'd this add-on. Let's do this add-on. It broke out to the north, and let's say you just captured 50 points in the add-on. Whoa, boy, that'd have been pretty easy to do, wouldn't it? 50 points in the add-on. Where could you move your stop from this entry now? So the add-on made you 50. You literally could have moved your stop for this entry to minus 50, somewhere in here. And the runners are still at break even. The add-on made you 50, and then you could move that to minus 50. I'm just talking out loud. If you really wanted to. How safe are you now to stay in this long if you wanted? Really, really safe. But to be safe, you could have took the 50 pointer, kept your runner from here behind the strong level, and you're still in the trade. And what an amazing week. What an amazing week. Every week we seem to get that one battle plan trade that goes 100 points. And I kick myself every time I'm not in it for the full amount. And, I'm not perfect. Our trading group is not about me. It is not about my trading. I want it to be about you and your development. I want it to be about us trading at the right trade locations, encouraging people to stay in these trades and stay in these runners, and how to stay in those trades for a longer period of time. I'm behind on my 2025 goal for the number of 100-point trades that I personally want to take. So we are in the second half of the year. I'm going to be even stricter about that on my own self. We're doing the right things in the right trade locations. And if you keep doing the right things in the right trade locations, you will be successful. You will be successful. Keep that runner back, because you have no clue how far price is going to go. And once you are in that profitable runner, we are looking to add to our trade. Add to our trade. We want to add risk-free trades because we have built-in profit from that runner. If that sounds good to you, check us out at microstrader.com. You can just get the battle plan, which is the mapped out trades the night before. You can get the battle plan and join us on Zoom each morning, or you could become a full member where you get everything. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you have a great weekend, and will probably see you Sunday night for the opening candle, and then I'll map out the battle plan trades and go from there. Have a great weekend. I'll see you later.